over the last couple days, we have gotten lots of news on WWE 2K26, whether it's official, unofficial. At this point, I guess it doesn't matter. We've gotten match types discussions. We've gotten showcase discussions, which we actually did go on ahead and talk about on the channel. But match types is what we haven't gotten to just yet. And I want to go on ahead and talk about showcase as well with that, because I think it could get very interesting in WWE 2K26. But before we go on ahead and do that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one. We are giving away a couple of copies of WWE 2K26. Let's go on ahead and get into it. WWE 2K26's showcase, according to Mike Straw from Insider Gaming, seems to be focused around CM Punk. And when you think CM Punk, you're thinking about a lot of his more recent matches after his comeback. And I've always thought, okay, how could this CM Punk showcase work, being that he is still active throughout his career? So I thought to myself, you get some of the important matches from his career and you throw them on there, right? Because it's going to be really hard to follow up on a full-blown out, showcase of CM Punk when his career is not done yet. So you take some of his important matches from back then, and then you take some important matches from when he returned. And the first thing that I thought, aside from the Hell in a Cell match, the strap match. You guys see it on the thumbnail. What if this match type is in WWE 2K26 and it just hasn't been discussed or revealed yet, or even it's just part of the showcase? And I definitely wouldn't go on ahead and put it past 2K to go on ahead and get this done. We have seen some showcase exclusive matches before, I believe. Let me know down below if I'm wrong or right. But now there are reports all over the place saying, according to Insider Gaming, that the Inferno match type could be coming to WWE 2K26, which I am excited to see how it's going to work and whatnot. But just getting back to my point, it's entirely possible that as part of the showcase, we could get the exclusive strap match, because this was one of the match types that was not spoke about in Insider Gaming's website or their report of what are the new upcoming match types for 2K26. But the strap match is a match type that I think could be interesting enough to try and pull off in a showcase mode. Now, I think that this match is one of the important ones in CM Punk's career, even though I think that they're just going to go on ahead and use the Hell in a Cell match to do so, which I hope that, speaking about match types, I was just playing Hell in a Cell to capture some gameplay for this video, and I felt that, man, just when you really think about it and you play that match type, you realize that the freedom is completely gone from it, right? So that's one of the match types I'm hoping gets overhauled entirely in 2K26, because to me, that match type is one of the fun ones in prior years, but it just feels off. You're very just restricted within the fines of between the apron and the actual cell. I just want to see that really get improved this year and just be a priority if we are working on match types. Because one thing about this is, man, we are adding more match types, but the match types that are in the game need work as well. 2K24 got lots of match types. I believe it was about 4 new match types, and we got a massive jump in the game with new things that were added. And it was just a great thing for the franchise. And I think 26, based on what we're hearing, is going to be very similar to that. But now, instead of focusing on certain things that they focused on with 2K24, you have to take 26 and focus on other things that need the work as well. So personally, I am excited from what I'm hearing, but I really want to see how they work on these match types that already are in the game and really need the work and the improvements done to them. Now, WWE 2K26's showcase could honestly be a really fun one. I'm intrigued because of the potential choice, but I'm also intrigued as how they can go on ahead and pull this off if it is true. Because again, we take this all with a grain of salt, y'all, because again, we don't know how true this is. We do know the reliability of the source is great, but we also haven't gotten anything confirmed from 2K, and I hope that we do soon, because I think that if things continue at this rate to get quote-unquote leaked, I think that 2K just needs to go on ahead and really start marketing the game as best as they can before, unfortunately, we get everything from an unofficial source. So again, I want to see this game go crazy. I want to see the showcase be really good, because I think a CM Punk showcase has tons of potential, and it's going to be fun to see the match types and matches that they choose in this year's game. Because not only have we heard about the Inferno match, but we've also heard about an I Quit match. I don't think CM Punk had any I Quit matches during his career. At least I can't think of it, but I think that'll be another fun match type to have as well. in the game. There's just a lot that they can do with the CM Punk showcase, and I'm honestly excited to see what we can go on ahead and see with that. Last time that we got a current wrestler showcase was Rey Mysterio, who was still full-time at the time. And then, you know, we got John Cena, but he was part-time. Nothing really eventful was happening during that time, even though we got a lot of eventful stuff with John Cena this year, winning the Intercontinental title, winning the WWE Championship. There's a lot that you can do with a Cena retirement showcase, which I mentioned before, but obviously that's clearly out the window at this point. But again, it's one of those things where we've seen current wrestlers do showcases and then they accomplish something else in their career that's obviously showcase worthy. Rey Mysterio is probably the exception to that, because Rey Mysterio, he's been beefing with Dom and doing his own thing, but nothing too crazy to the point where it's like, man, that's showcase worthy. I only feel that way about John Cena's showcase, but I think it'll be fun to see the way that they do it, especially if CM Punk is narrating his own matches. So that'll be interesting as well. I think this is going to be a fun thing to see, and we'll have to go on ahead and see what happens. And now one thing that I did want to go on ahead and touch on before we got out of here is that there's a report out there as well from Insider Gaming, Mike Straw Media. He's the only guy right now that is dropping a lot of these things, and that is that there will be over 400 wrestlers on the WWE 2K26 roster. Again, that is a report that probably does make sense because every year they try to make the biggest, baddest, greatest roster ever. And I think that's actually going to be intriguing as well to me. I want to see how they're going ahead and pull this off, because obviously every year you're going to get multiple versions of different wrestlers and whatnot. So that's the one thing that you always got to pay attention to, because it's not going to be over 400 different wrestlers. Like, I don't think that'll happen. I think the only way that could happen is by adding the DLC and everything like that, but it's not going to be 400 different wrestlers. We have to really pay attention to that, especially if there is quote unquote a CM Punk showcase. We are probably going to get multiple versions of CM Punk, multiple versions of John Cena, multiple versions of Randy Orton. There's going to be a lot that you're going to be able to unlock throughout the showcase, again, if it is true. Regardless though, the roster will still be impressive, as you still have AAA, which we already saw Vikingo getting scanned in that WWE Supercard video, and you still have some potential TNA stuff that could go on ahead and go down. So they are going to have many options to expand this roster the way they want to and make it seem as big as they want to. So I think it's all going to work out in the end, and I'm really looking forward to see what the roster looks like. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one, because we got some more videos on the way, man. I definitely want to go on ahead and see how you guys are feeling about 2K26. So let me know down below. And again, I urge you guys, subscribe. We are on our way to 25,000 subscribers, and the only way for you to have a chance at winning a copy of WWE 2K26 is by hitting that sub button. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.